Here's part 6 of our conversation with Steve Hackett.
Did charisma giving you 2-3 months to do Selling England by the Pound, did that help the whole process that you had a little bit more time?
Yeah, I didn't feel rushed with that album. I did feel rushed with Foxtrot, I must admit, because, we were in the middle of an Italian tour and we were driving back, and I still had guitar parts to do, so I was the one guy, lucky me, who got to fly back to do that and to be able to work in the studio at my leisure, so to speak. It didn't feel so crowded, and I think it's all the better for not having been done lightning quick.
The cinema show, is the acoustic, or I don't know if that's nylon, is that Mike, and is the electric you on that song?
Yeah, it's a number of guitars. Again, it's this early Genesis approach where you've got a number of things all chiming away. There's at least 2 12 strings, and there's one 12 string recorded at half speed. So when you bring it up to regular speed, it's very high and tinkly, very Chocolate Box, very magical. I'm playing 6 string electric, but clean most of the time throughout the song, except when I'm doing some lead phrases, and I played them very quietly, almost like another woodwind instrument.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want it to be a bull in a china shop. I was thinking of my friend Ian MacDonald's phrases, his flute phrases on I Talk to the Wind and that kind of stuff, where it would be very melodic. So I wanted to function like another melodic instrument, but to be able to swim in and out of the picture. And of course, the big bit in the tune is once it hits the keyboard solo towards the end, and you get the big voices coming in, the choir, so that it really does go cinemascope at that point. And I think that it's another song that sounds all the sweeter with the passing of time, because somehow there's something very nostalgic about the lyric, and I every time I play it live, it touches me. So I can feel that echo with.
You speak like a painter. When I hear you speak, and this is, like I said, the 4th time I've talked to you, you're very eloquent when you describe your songs, and it's like listening to Joni Mitchell talk about her songs. And other fans have noticed that too, that you speak like a painter. You've gotten into the right business. Let me just say that.
It's a funny thing, isn't it? Because my dad was a painter, and strangely enough, we didn't have that many conversations about painting, but I think that the way it surfaced with me, I know that Peter Gabriel described me as a colorist at one point, and I think that sound coloring can mean anything. It can mean an acoustic guitar, a triangle, or a full-blown orchestra. All those things are coloring. The top line and chords, that's a whole other matter, but how do you flesh it out? Something like, coloring, you consider what George Martin brought to John Lennon's demo of I Am the Walrus. And the song is saved through the colouring because it becomes an oil painting in his hands. And I know that Jeff Emmerich felt the same way, that the song was saved and characterised mainly by what was constructed around it. Same thing for Queen as well. Yeah. You listen to all the Queen's work, and I worked a little bit with Brian May on different projects, and I said, the things that characterize that are the way, you use these multi-layered vocals and multi-layered guitars. That's it. So that band, as arrangers, works in that way. The Beatles, at their best, I think, sometimes down tools and let other people take over. Taking it to the mountains, or letting the angels take over.
When I was telling people on our YouTube channel that I was going to talk to you again, this is our 4th conversation, one person had asked me to ask you, have you been writing music during quarantine?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Basically, during quarantine, we managed to get a book out, autobiography, a Genesis in My Bed, which it's called. There is also the live album with not just the Genesis stuff, but also the solo stuff, Spectral Mornings and various other things. I've been doing various projects. I'm doing rock stuff. I'm doing classical stuff. There's a whole bunch of things at the moment. So this has been a very, very busy period for me. The fact that I can't go touring doesn't mean that I have to stop work. So I'm redoubling my efforts to have as many things that I still feel passionate about to be able to bring to people. Instead of being able to play in front of them, I can certainly bring all my ideas forward.
Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music.